All right. Hey everyone, this is Sean with RV Bass. We are at Lake Berryessa for the second stop for Yak-a-Bass. We have our third place finisher, Joey Silva. He had a total of 96.25 inches. All right, Joey, tell everyone how you caught him.
Caught him on a casting rod, 16-pound test, half-ounce weight, with a 6-inch worm, and that was it. They were kind of like on rock, about 8 to 10 feet. Just using the live scope to find them, the bigger marks, dropping it on their head, and they were pretty aggressive. You just had to find them. They weren't really choosy, so when you found them, usually they're going to bite. It was just a matter of covering water to get to them. But that was it. It was one bait all day long, and it was a blast, man. Just setting that hook and getting them in. It was sweet.
About how many fish do you think you caught today?
I think I had 7. Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah.
No kidding.
I was really choosy.
You caught the right ones.
Yep.
So on your scope, were you like look for just the big marks on there?
Yep, just the big marks. I probably threw out a lot of carp today though, so like that's the drawback, but
yeah,
just looking for the big marks.
So you saw the fish, what, maybe just off the bottom?
Yeah, most of them, the carp are usually higher in the water column, okay, and then the bass were usually a lot lower, so that was usually a key. And I just threw to those ones that were the right size.
Awesome. Yeah.
All
right. You have anyone you'd like to thank?
Yeah, thanks to my girlfriend. She's always holding down the fort while I'm gone, and my family, my mom, and my stepdad. They're here. They're showing support. So awesome. And everybody back home. Love you guys.
Cool. All right. Hey, congratulations.
Cool.
All right. Your third place finisher, Joey Silva. All right. Right now we have our second place finisher, Dang Zhang. He had 96.25 inches. Tell everyone how you caught your fish today.
Well, most of my fish, I caught them off of flipping the trees, around the shaded part of the trees, and then just dragging a jig around the rocket points. And then a couple of bedfish. You saw me.
Yeah.
So.
What's your bedfish bait?
The little creature bait with tentacles. So just green pumpkin.
That's green pumpkin.
Yeah, because they were aggressive. They weren't shy at all.
Oh yeah.
They'll take off. They'll come back to the bed, and then I'll just flip it into the bed and I'll just take it.
About how much time were you spending on those bedfish?
Well, like a minute or two only.
Really? That's
yeah,
it? Wow.
That's it.
Okay.
If I spend longer than that, I'll just take off.
And you're fishing out in the main body?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
Anything else you want to add?
I just want to thank you for doing the best MC. I just want to thank James.
All right.
Bye.
There you go. Second place, Dang Zhang.
That's part of the video.
All right, everyone. We have our champion here. He had a total of 98.5 inches for his best 5 fish. He also had big fish, a 22.5 incher. What did you win? What, $3,800?
It's like $3,800
something, something like that.
Yeah.
Heck of a day.
It was a good day. Very good day.
So why don't you go ahead and tell everyone how you caught the fish?
Well, I caught the big fish off a wacky rig. I was just blind casting it around in the back of a pocket. She must have been on a bed and landed on its head. That's how I caught that one. And then I caught a few more throwing a wacky rig around the bushes. And then I went out and I was flipping around this tree and didn't get any, and I was going to another tree that was about 100 yards away, and I could see a bunch of movement on the bottom of my live scope, so I cast my jig out there and caught another one. I think it was like 18.25, and then 2 casts later I caught a 21.5, and then 3 or 4 casts later I caught another one that was 19 something, and then I was able to upgrade a 16 incher that I had right at about 20 minutes left, and then that was it. I was catching them, got all those on a brown and orange jig that I've literally had this jig for probably 5 years.
No way.
Yeah, I bought them because they're like a Clear Lake special or something.
Yeah.
And I had those things forever, and I was like, they're probably looking for a little bit of orange in the spring, so I tied one of those on, and there we go. I don't even remember who made them or anything.
All right. You got anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, I got to thank my wife and my kids, and she puts up with a lot with me traveling around and spending all the money to come do this. My brother, he supports me, Dutcher Drywall. My cousin, Roseville Precision, he's been a supporter of mine. Kayak City and James and Sean and Bill, you guys do a lot of work to keep us out here on the water. Don't get a lot of credit for it. So, and that's about it.
All right. Well, there you have it. Your champion, Justin Dutcher.